What's up, guys? It's your boy Anime Boom, and I'm back for another video. And I want to give y'all the reason why WWE wasted Goldberg. Let's get right into it. Roll the intro. Okay, let's get into the rise of Goldberg. So let's go back to, I think, 97, 98, and WCW brought Goldberg in. I think Goldberg was playing football, then he got injured, and then it was time to move on, go to something else. WCW brought him in. He's a big dude that looked like he could beat up anybody. And he went on a streak. WCW. I think he beat like 175 people. And yeah, that made him a legend. Like, that was already like a great run. And he did his thing. Then he lost the run. Eventually somebody beat him. I think it was Diesel. Then but he still won the world title multiple times. In that streak, I think he won the world title and lost the title to Diesel. And then he wasn't as big as WCW anymore, but he was still like their big star. Then WCW ended. Then WWE called him up. He went to WWE and he had his run in 2002. Great run. Not great run. It was an okay run. Okay, ended horrible. Ended horrible. Really Triple H's fault. Why it was so bad. Got wasted. If the run would have started out with him winning the Elimination Chamber match, dominating everybody like he did in WCW, it would have been iconic. It's okay to make people dominate. In a like, some characters are meant to just dominate. That's what makes them cool. And he should have did that from the beginning to the end of the run, basically. I'm sorry. That's what makes Brock Lesnar so great. WWE never let him lose. He always won. Even when he sucked sometimes, he won, so he's always cool. That's sometimes you have to get pushed like that. And Goldberg needed to get pushed like that. But he lost to Triple H, like his second match in WWE, maybe his first match. Then it just didn't hit the same. Then he had a terrible match with Brock Lesnar, and then he left the WWE in like 2004. He stayed there for 2 years, didn't work out, and that was the rise of Goldberg. He was a name, and people liked him. Then he left the WWE. Okay, let's go all the way to 2016. Really 2015, sort of, because back in 2015, you got the trailers for 2K16. You started getting trailers and stuff for 2K16, and in the teaser trailers, you got Goldberg as the DLC character. He was already in 2K14. I remember that. He was in the game. I was like, Goldberg! Oh, let's go! And then for 2K16, he was like the DLC character. Like, oh my gosh, Goldberg looks exactly the same. He could still go. So everybody was thinking like, oh man, he might come back. I think he's gonna come back very soon. And the year before, Sting was the DLC for 2K15, and they brought him back. So it was like 2K 16. Like, they might bring Goldberg back, and they did. They brought him back, and crazy. Everybody was excited. It was like hype. It was like, oh, Goldberg, he got it. That's that guy. He just beat up anybody. That was his like thing, and he came back. Survivor Series 2016. People are still mixed on it, but now I think people are more accepting to, man, that was great. He just destroyed Brock Lesnar. He beat him in like a second, and that was the match. And it's okay. Like, it was cool that he looks like he could beat up Brock Lesnar. He's like the only person that looks like that he could beat up Brock Lesnar, and it worked. Then him and Brock Lesnar had a short match at WrestleMania. It was good. That was like one of the best matches of that show. I remember that show. It was terrible. So I'm telling you, that actually woke me up. Then Undertaker versus Roman Reigns made me go right back to sleep. But that was a good match. And that was like that feud was a good part of the feud. But we got to get into the downfall of this run. What was going bad? Because it went from good and almost great to dark in like a second. So let's go. Okay, let's get into the downfall. I skipped a part. I knew I skipped it, but that feud with Brock Lesnar was great. And I liked all of it, except for Goldberg winning the WWE Championship or the Universal title. He won the Universal title from Kevin Owens, and that was a terrible decision. Terrible. It ruined Kevin Owens as the champ. It was like pointless. It ruined that whole great year we had in like 2016. And that moment hurt. Because it really should have been Kevin Owens versus Jericho at WrestleMania. And I understand that match isn't as hype as other matches, but still. It's better than Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. It's better than that. Because Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are already big stars. And that is one of the problems with this Goldberg stuff. Why did they wasted him? Some of these people they bring back for these returns, they don't even get to decide what they do. They have to be champions and stuff. Like, why does Triple H have to be champion at like 50 and Goldberg have to be Universal Champion at like 50 years old? It's not necessary. They're already big stars. And why did like John Cena and Rock have to fight for the WWE Championship? They didn't need it. It was a good match without that. And yeah, he took Kevin Owens' belt, had a good match with Brock Lesnar. It was for the championship. That didn't really matter, but it was a good match. It would have been bigger to me, honestly, if they didn't have the belt there. But big match. Then can't really remember what Goldberg was doing after. I think he had a moment with Undertaker and Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. But that might have been before the Brock Lesnar and Goldberg stuff. But that was an okay moment. But yeah, I wasn't watching wrestling. I kind of stopped for a while. I heard he had a good match with Dolph Ziggler. I haven't seen it. Then that Undertaker match. I stopped watching wrestling and I stopped. I stopped. I couldn't watch it no more. It was getting so bad. 2017 was dark, and I missed 2018, like 2019, 2020. I always would try to go back for WrestleMania, but I just stopped watching. Then like 2021 or 2022, I came back. So like now I'm coming back, but yeah, But I seen that Goldberg versus Undertaker match. That junk went viral for how bad it was. Everybody was talking about it. That man it was a terrible match. Dark. It's like 6 parts where they like almost hurt each other, like really bad. It almost like really hurts now. And that was the moment Undertaker like decided, okay, it's time to retire. Goldberg kept headbutting himself over his run and kept giving himself like concussions and stuff. It was crazy. Then it still got worse. Like his run got even worse. Then in like 20, I heard about this moment too. I wasn't watching. I heard about this moment. Like the Bray Wyatt had a new character after the old character, the Swamp Leader character failed. He had the Fiend, the new scary character, and it was perfect. I was like, oh, this is really cool. This is really cool. Then Goldberg beat him in like a second too. It was like, no. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't even think Goldberg, because Goldberg says, I think in interviews, he says he didn't want that to happen. He did not want that to happen. And yeah, Bray Wyatt was done by that point. That was the ending. That's what ended it all. It was over. Bray Wyatt got ruined, and it made Goldberg look like an old guy coming in and beating all the young dudes. And WWE changed it after that. They changed it. So yeah, this was Goldberg's downfall. He buried the Fiend, had that terrible match with the Undertaker, and he beat Kevin Owens, another young dude. So let's go into the bad ending to this story. Okay. It's so sad to see in like 2023, fans don't like Goldberg anymore. Fans do not like Goldberg anymore. And it's crazy. If they would have just did, this is 2002 too. In 2002, if they would have just did, like, he just is he could beat anybody and stuff, just got his run over with, it would have been a good run. But they chose to have Triple H beat him like the first match he has. And he didn't just squash Triple H. That's what, I hate using words like squash, but he should have squashed Triple H. That's what should have happened. They didn't do it, and it ruined his whole 2002 run. Then his 2016 run, it started off so well. If you go watch that match with him and Goldberg, go watch that entrance. It's so hype how all the fans is chanting Goldberg and stuff. It's real hype. And The run was good for a long time. Well, not a long time, but it was good until he beat Kevin Owens. It was like, no, why would you do that? And I don't think Goldberg wanted that to happen either. He didn't want to beat no Kevin Owens. He had to fight with Brock Lesnar. That was good enough. Then the Undertaker match. They were just out of their prime. Don't build a show around old people. That was a bad one. That was a bad one, and I don't know what they should do with that, because that's a big match. I won't lie, that's a big match, so that might not be their fault they tried that. It was just super out of their prime, and it should have happened like 2004 or something. I don't know. Then the Fiend one is dark. He said that he didn't want that to happen, and yeah, that was the end of it. Then Goldberg, after that, they messed up so bad they wanted to change it. Now they want to make him the guy that beats all the they want to make him the guy that lets everybody beat him now, and it's too late now. It's like Drew McIntyre, I think, beat him. Roman Reigns beat him. Those people beat him now, but it was like it's already too late. They've done damage. Goldberg beat him. Then now, like, they don't even need him anymore. Fans don't like him, and like, basically, I think he left WWE. He's gone now. He left WWE, or they got rid of him. And Goldberg is looked at as not needed anymore. All he had to do was be that guy that just beat up the guys. He beat up the guys, and that's his run. And he ain't got to beat up the new guys. He beats up the old guys and some of the lesser important newer guys. Like, that's all they had to do, and they ruined it. So Goldberg's new run, old run, all of it overall has been wasted. It's really wasted potential, and WWE wasted Goldberg for real. So tell me how y'all feel about it, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Anime Boom, my peace.